Hey, I timed it perfect. What do you know? I did a little countdown on my finger and it worked out. I'm supposedly live. Of course, at this point, the camera screen on the front of the camera goes black, so I can't really see what I'm doing, but that's okay. I don't need to see what I'm doing because I'm just really standing here and talking. But welcome to Coffee with the Mayor. It is, I believe this is May. It is a busy, busy month in the city of Bryant. There's a lot of things happening. If you happen to have come up here for Coffee with the Mayor, and those of you who did, I'm grateful for you to come up and be in person. You'll notice on Springhill Road and Hilltop, that project is still progressing. There has been a little bit of slowdown with it because of the weather, of course. It's hard to do a drainage project when it rains because the drainage gets full of water, so we have to work around that. But anyway, it'll get done very quickly. A couple of other things, just so you know, today, the Bryant Midtown Farmers Market started for this season this morning. They're open till noon, I believe, if I remember right, from where I was there earlier today. They have some vegetables, a variety of other vendors out there. It's a good time. Go out and check it out. The more people that show up, the more vendors wind up showing up. The bigger it'll be, the better it'll be, and it'll be a lot more fun for everybody. Also, just so everybody knows, you know what happens in May, right? The primaries. So early voting starts on Monday for that. So if you're inclined or you're registered to vote, you can go vote in the primary for whoever you desire to vote for. Just go vote, express your opinion, and then, of course, in November will be the general election. So this is your chance to kind of pick who goes on the ballot for the general election, for the partisan elections, and it's also the time to vote for the judges because while that's not necessarily partisan positions, if I remember right, it is something that is done in the primary. So whatever the outcome of this election for the judges is the outcome. So go out and vote. Please, please, please vote. It's important to vote. Oh, we have another visitor coming in. Welcome, sir. How are you? A couple other things that are big that are happening in the city of Bryant. Stormwater. There is a link on our website to go in and report stormwater issues in the city because we're doing a citywide drainage study. So we can figure out what all is really wrong throughout the city for once and for all at this time and get a plan in place for the next 5-10 years to solve these issues and get them once and done for all. In addition to that, we're having the parks. Is that questionnaire out already for that, Chris? Not yet? Okay. But the steering committee will be meeting this month, and if you're interested, reach out to Parks about it. If you have some input about that, be on the lookout for once the steering committee meets, be on the lookout for some questionnaires and some community meetings in the different wards so we can get input on the park system because it's important for you to provide that input to the parks for the city because if we know what you want, we can provide that for you and it'll be better utilized. We as a city don't want to build something or put something in place that then nobody enjoys or uses because then it's just a waste of money for us. So we believe it's very important for the citizens in the city and even the people in the surrounding area that utilize our parks to provide their input to this so we can get what we need. A couple other projects that are happening right now, let me think. We're doing some drainage work, stormwater work in the rain tree area. We've got some projects working on that. We've got another big project happening later in the year. Some good news about Bryant Parkway. That project is out to bid right now. I believe the end of this month, I believe it's the 24th. We'll open those bids and we'll see who is going to build the next phase of the Bryant Parkway. That construction should start this summer, probably about July is my guess. Because we've got to get the project awarded, then we have to get the contracts in place, and then we have to go from there. So anyway, so that'll start. So hopefully after that, once that construction starts rolling, about 24 months after that, the Bryant Parkway will be finally complete, which is a great thing. It's been a battle. Who would have thought it took 3 years to get through the FAA? But it did, and that's the way it is. What else we got going this month or anything? Anybody think of anything?
The intersection improvement right down here.
Yeah, Hilltop
Oh,
and Hilltop and
yeah. Springhill.
Springhill, yes, I mentioned it earlier.
Okay, sorry.
But yeah, I'll mention it again because it's a big one, Hilltop and Springhill. We're still working on it, but we'll get it done soon. Like I say, the weather slowed us up a little bit. It's looking good. I went through there this morning and you can get through there right now. A lot of their work they're trying to do right now, I think at night to minimize the impacts of traffic and stuff, because that is a major thoroughfare. There's another project that we're looking at that needs to be done as well. We're waiting on to see if we get some grant funding for it, and that's over here on North Lake towards Bethel. Yeah, this is North Lake, right? Yeah. North Lake towards Bethel. There's some low water crossing in that area, not really low water crossing, but some culverts going through underneath the road that are starting to deteriorate. So we're looking to get that fixed. We're hoping to get some funding from the federal level for that, and because that's about $1 million project, but it's something that has to be done because of safety reasons. Had a couple more people show up. Thank you for showing up. You can't see them, but all the firemen are standing over here. We're at fire station number 3 on North Lake, which is one of the newer fire stations that was put in, I guess, what, about 3 years ago now? When they were built, finished up, dedicated 4 years ago. 2018, I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah. So if you're not here, you're missing out. We got donuts. I'm just saying. So we got that one. We got North Lake. What other project? We have projects really going everywhere. I wish we had our engineer here to go through the list, and I don't have the list with me, unfortunately.
We have the Alcoa 40 to Mills Park Trail.
That's right. That's right. I forgot about that. We got awarded some grant money for that, for a connector trail. We have a trail in Alcoa 40 Park right now that will, once the parkway is built, will connect into the parkway as well. But we're also connecting that from Alcoa 40 to Mills Park. So which is kind of cool because we were talking about it the other day in the office. Once we have the parkway trail done, we will have a trail system in Bryant that connects 3 schools and 2 parks. Those 3 schools are, of course, Parkway, Hill Farm Elementary, and the junior high. And the parks are Alcoa 40 and Mills Park. So that's kind of cool to be able to do that in our small town. And we're continually looking for more parks and trails to do that we've got some ideas for. We are going to get some property granted to us in the next few years, about 10 acres on the north side in the area of Hilltop, I believe it is, where we're going to have some additional park space that we're going to get granted to us as well. We're working on a pavilion at the parks too on Alcoa 40. That the construction got slowed because of supply chain issues. The girders that they were going to use to build the roof, they couldn't get them because Amazon was building too many properties, too many things. So we had to do a little redesign on that so we get the proper steel that we need to use, and that should be starting soon. I hear they may be starting to lay brick or concrete or something like that in the very near future on that.
So it looks like as of May the 4th, we've completed the phase 2 Augusta Cove drainage project.
Okay. Apparently we done phase 2 Augusta Cove drainage project, finished it about May 4th, it looks like, which is a few days ago. According, my trusty assistant, Dana, who keeps me in line, is giving me this information because she has it up on her. She's pulling it up.
Because it's on the website.
Yeah, she's looking on our handy website, which is a great website, which I was talking to the website designers the other day, and it's pretty impressive. The connections with that, the interactions with the community through the website is much greater with our new website than it was with our old site, which is great because our idea is just to get information out to you.
Attention station two, you go 508 North Clemens Road, 508 North Clemens Road, First United Methodist for a fire alarm.
Sorry, I had a little interruption there. Somebody maybe had to go respond to a fire alarm on Ronald Road. It's probably nothing. Hopefully it's nothing. It usually is. It's usually just a false alarm, but you always got to be careful with that. Yeah, so anyway, if you want to interact with us, a good way to do it is on our city website, www.city.
Trip one to the cause one.
This is one of the beauties of being a fire station. You can hear some of the calls. if you can understand what they're saying. Sometimes it's hard for me to
That's
understand.
one time.
I think we may be good, maybe not, we'll see. Anyway, www.citybryant.com is the website, and if you go on there, there's a button, a little square icon, I guess I would call it, that says Community Engagement. And if you click that, it provides you with all kinds of links, yard waste pickup. If you have any other issues you want to report, you can report it through there. You can find project updates through that. I can't think of what else.
Our most recent meetings are.
Meetings, agendas, all that stuff. You'll find it all. We're trying to get it out there. We're continually adding content on there. And if you have suggestions that might make it easier for navigation purposes on that website, there's a form for that as well. So reach out and give us that information so we can better serve you. Because that's what it's all about. Our director of animal control is here today, which is a very cool thing because she told me the other day that now on Wednesdays, they are open until 7 o'clock at night. So if you want to come adopt a cat or a puppy, she didn't bring you today for some reason.
Yes, I did.
Oh, she did? Oh, so there you go. So maybe she'll bring one and we'll maybe show it here in a minute. So if you want to go adopt a cat or a puppy or whatever type of animal they may have, because I know in the past they've had a pig, they may have had rabbits in the past, iguanas. You never know what they wind up having to get that people give up, but come on out and adopt a puppy. I'm trying to think, do y'all have anybody out there in the audience have any questions for me here right now? I would love it if y'all did. We do also have a master gardener here. I wonder if she'd be able to provide some gardening tips in this wet weather we're having.
It's gonna be dry for a few days. We can mow.
She said it's going to be dry, so you better get your mowing in quick.
Amen to that.
Luckily, I have somebody do my mowing for me these days. Ever since I took this job, I discovered that.
And to do the scene, we got Dr. Shaw into doing, we investigating going to the alarm panels, see what's going on. All you know is when you arrive on scene, go to 91D for operation.
Sounds like it's going to be okay on this fire, which is good because we don't need any fires in the city of Bryant. In fact, that brings me to the yard waste program. It's much better instead of burning leaves when it's time to burn leaves, that you bag them up or whatever you have, tree limbs or whatever, put them by the side of the road and then call us and go on the website and log it in by 5 o'clock the Monday before, and we will come pick it up on Tuesday. And it's a free service, so come on out and do that. Looks like we got another gentleman who's a Kansas City fan in the audience today. It happens, you know. I mean, it's okay. I'm sure all the Dallas fans out there are sad about that. Because I know we have at least one Dallas fan out there as well. Myself, I'm a Saints fan, so there you go. I thought about wearing my Saints Alliance shirt today, but I thought it would be nice today. Any questions, Mr. Ingold?
No, I'm here for
Do
the.
you have anything to hear from the donuts? Do you have anything you want me to talk about or mention?
Yeah, Sean Michelle, Bryant legend, coming to the farmer's market on Thursday night. So
Shaw Michelle, is that
Sean
what you said?
Michelle, yeah.
Shaw Michelle, Thursday at Farmers Market in Midtown. Not Midtown, I'm sorry, in the heart of Bryant. I'm getting mixed up. We got Midtown Farmers Market today, and Thursday night is the heart of Bryant Farmers Market. We're Farmers Marketing it up this year, which is a great thing. Oh, look, we have a new visitor. You want to come say hi? I don't know if you can see on the screen, but here's a little puppy. This one's all happy and excited and ready to go.
This is Poppy. She is a Shiba Inu mix. She's about a 1.5 years old.
And she's ready to be adopted.
She's a sweet girl, aren't you? You're a good girl. She's a good girl. She is a kid. But she is full grown. This is the biggest she's gonna get.
Hey, so if you want a dog that's not too big, I think we got you right here. Real friendly. Real friendly. Wearing the same kind of collar that my dog wears. Which is nice. Yeah,
What
she
do you
goes,
want to say?
no, she goes, I want to be picked up. Wow. So. Anything else people can think of, that you think of that I need to mention today?
They haven't seen the new little mural there in the heart of
Oh,
Bryant.
yes, I forgot about that, on the little traffic control box at the Heart of Bryant at the intersection of Mills Park Road and Reynolds Road. Art teacher from the junior high, is it junior high or middle school? I can't remember. Anyway, art teacher from the district painted that for us, and it is really cool. It actually was on Channel 11's news as well, as a nice thing. It kind of goes along with the drain project we've done over the past few years, where we've had local artists or students paint the drains, that storm drains, to basically, excuse me, to push out, don't put anything in the storm drains that you're not supposed to put in there, because it just goes to the creeks and the rivers and stuff and causes pollution. So it's kind of a continuation on that, just another way to kind of beautify, because let's be real, those traffic control boxes are ugly and gray or silver, and they're just kind of boring. And if we get somebody to paint it, it's a good thing. So if you happen to be an artist out there and you're interested in doing something like that with us, reach out to us and we will see what we can do. We're always open for stuff.
Parks would love a mural.
Always. Baseball girls.
Park said they want some kind of mural too. I'm not sure where they'll put it, but maybe they could paint a mural on the bottom of the pavilion out there at Bishop, you know, on the bottom of the stage. Maybe a mural there. That could be kind of cool.
That would be great.
You know, so something like that. Anybody have anything else that we need to talk about? If not, then I hate to say it, but we're kind of to that point.
I thought you might, I read in a flyer that you sent out from the city
Okay.
that, there was gonna be some road work done in Bishop to raise the road.
Well, there will be. Yes, ma'am.
And I heard Chris say that wasn't ready to be discussed.
Yeah,
so-
unfortunately, we're not to a point where we can do that yet. That project, just to raise the road by Bishop Park, is about a $3 million project. It is in the works to do that, but it's something we're gonna have to kind of push back a little bit further. But it's something that definitely needs to be done. It's gonna take a lot of engineering to get that worked out, and we're hoping to get some additional funding for that as well, because honestly, a $3 million project like that, there's no way the city can just do that like that, unfortunately. But yes, that's a good question, and I thank you for bringing that up. So we are looking for funding on that, and we actively pursue that.
And that'll be, that's part of our drainage projects as
Yeah.
well, is that, so of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
that master plan that they're doing, people can go do comments
Yeah.
specifically on that issue as well.
Yeah, as Truett was saying, you might not have been able to hear it because he's way off in the background, and it might be muffled by his beard that's so massive and huge and good looking.
Yeah.
But anyway, that area is actually part of the master drainage project program as well. So if you have comments, feel free to go on that master drainage comment section this month and make those comments, and we can bring that information up. So our engineers that's working on this and everybody else can get that information, and we can start the studies for that. We have the police here, so now we have to be on our best behavior.
How you doing? So you're just doing the rice water.
Oh, he's just getting water.
I filled out the paperwork that was sent out,
Yeah.
about the drainage problems.
Yeah.
There is one at my house,
Good, yes, ma'am.
and I have filled that paperwork out and
Good,
due by the 24th of.
yes, ma'am.
this month.
Yes, due by the 24th of this month, but yes, if you have a drainage issue, if your yard floods, that's a drainage issue. If your house floods, that's a drainage issue. And if you know of a place where water goes over the road at times, that's a potential drainage issue as well. Report all of that. We want all of that information, because honestly, the city, there's no way we can get out when it rains and see all the problem areas. Now, we know where some of the major problem areas are, but we don't know where they all are. And it seems like, honestly, with different storm events, we discover different problems in different areas as well. And so please get that information. The more info we get, the better off we are.
Well, I've been in my location for over 30 years, so I can see new problems that
Yes,
are
ma'am.
arising with a lot of the building that's going on upstream.
Yes, ma'am.
You know.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's one of the things with our stormwater program that we have, when people come in to build things and improve that area or build houses or whatever it is, they're required by law to not put off any more water than what's already coming off that property.
well, there's more coming off.
Sometimes it's difficult.
And not only just water, but trash.
Yes, ma'am.
More trash
Yes, ma'am.
than ever before.
Yes.
And mud.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes, ma'am.
the
It can be
creek
difficult.
used to be clean, now it's mud.
And sometimes that happens during, the muddy part happens during the construction phase and that goes away. But there's requirements for that as well.
I was gonna say.
So if you see that, feel free to report that to the stormwater people. Which brings me, excuse me, got a little tickle in my throat. Brings me, a mention of the trash, brings me to a program called Keep Bryant Beautiful, which is a place where you can, one thing, you can adopt a section of road or your road in front of your house, and you go out and clean it up like once every quarter and help keep the city beautiful, because we all know that in areas where their trash is being put, people see that, it just makes it more conducive for more people to throw trash in. So the less trash we have out there, the better off. If you're going for a walk, take a Walmart sack with you or something, and if you see a piece of trash, pick it up and put it in there. It only takes a minute or two, and every little bit helps. So feel free to do that. And like I said, if you need to adopt a streets program, we have links to that, I believe, on our website. If not, we can get that information to you if you reach out to us.
I've seen the adopt the streets and the signs, and those are really cute.
Yeah, it is, and it's useful too. I mean,
Good project for the city.
yeah. Recycle Celine, I believe, is the driver.
You're talking about trash, the streets department picked up over 50 bags of litter and an estimated 1,250 pounds of waste along our streets in the first quarter of this year.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard true, but the streets department picked up 50 bags of litter and estimated over 1,000 pounds of it in the first quarter of this year. So,
So if you see somebody littering, report it.
yeah, exactly. You see it, you can call the police on it. You know, it is against the law to litter, but it's not a problem. If you see something happening suspicious, call the police. They don't mind it if you call 911, I promise. You know, if you see something that, well, I don't know if I should report it or not, go ahead and report it. It's always safe to report something than not, because you never know in this day what's happening. So feel free. Police like to be called. It makes them feel important. Oh, he's already gone. Anyway, anything else that anybody else can think of or would like me to talk about? And with that, then I guess I will have to say I will see y'all later, and hopefully next time we'll have a lot more people here.
Tell Miss Betty how she's watching.
Oh, Miss Betty, hi. It's always nice to have people watching online if I know about it.
Also, the 15th through the 21st is EMS week.
The 15th to the 21st is EMS week. Okay, good. Anything else? You good, Mr. Ringo?
I'm good.
Okay, he's good. Gentlemen, y'all good? Y'all have anything y'all want to talk about? Anybody want to come over here and talk about how to soft broccoli or anything? All right, good. I guess we're done.